in Japan in the PLR race for tonight. In the commentary box is myself, joined with a special guest tonight, actually, who you may have seen racing before on a Friday, but yet to commentate this will be his debut. We got Grimo, Mark, in the box with myself.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jack. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you, mate. Yourself?
Can't complain too much. Ready for this race?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Very, very interesting. Look forward to it.
Will be indeed. Yeah, looking forward to this one.
It's all going to be about
challenging
the flow.
Yeah, challenging circuit in places.
Certainly is. Yeah, put that in there. Be interesting to see if you can get the hang of it first. First, see you can hook up the track best, and see you can hook up a lap.
Most definitely, got to be able to hook up those S's at the start, but also have enough speed on the straights.
Which is something that I do not have at this track. So, let's see what these boys do. Let's see. Now I'm going to keep my eye on Folksy. He's normally the first. Every session that I've commentated on, he's been the first out of the garage. So let's see if he sticks to that tradition, which I've noticed in Tier 2. Looks like it might be him. Yep, it is him.
Thankfully, it looks like a dry qualifying.
Yes, for now, if there's anyone watching that's in the session and you can give us a heads up on the weather in the race, don't just say raining for a laugh, because if it's truthful, I'm not going to believe you. Simple as that. Let's see how Folksy does here. Even though it's an outlap, I think it's still so important to try and get the rhythm of these S's on their outlap. Right, yep. Try qualifying and race. Thank you very much for that. More stuff.
Thank you, more stuff.
Right, so there's no excuse for mistakes then from anyone. I expect perfect laps. He says, as he probably can hook one up himself here. But that doesn't matter because I'm not the one on the track tonight, so... right. I wonder if the stadiums are empty. If they're not, there is a capacity of 155,000 apparently. And if that's wrong, you can blame Google for that. But if it's right, then I'm genius. So simple as that, really, isn't it? If it's wrong, it's Google. If it's not, it's me being clever. So got to retain that memory, retain that knowledge. Let's see if there's anyone in the grandstands as we go past here. Yes, look at them all. There's loads of them. Absolutely jam-packed here. Beautiful to see people in the stands, and hopefully we'll see that return again soon, as we have in the last few races.
Yes, it's been great to see fans back at sporting events. Great to see things getting a bit back to normal.
Yeah, I think, you know, you take it for granted, and obviously with it gone, now it's back, you realise how important the atmosphere of the crowd, no matter what sport, you know, whether it's football, I only really watch football and F1 if I'm honest with you, but, you know, just seeing the people cheering them on probably gives them a bit of a boost as well. But, hopefully, as you say, you know, it's all going well so far, so for now we can keep on looking up and keep our fingers crossed.
Indeed.
Nicely done there through spoons. Very nice. And the back straight now. Now I don't know if I'm just making this up, but I could have sworn there used to be a DRS activation point down the back straight somewhere after spins.
Does Google say that as well, Jack?
No, actually, I probably should.
I think you could be making that one up.
I don't know how I would find that out. I don't know, in 2018 I think it was, 128.1 is the setter for now. Who's next? Looks like a Renault. Simster, 127.6. Very nicely done.
It's a good time.
What's that next? Vintage on his outlap, and it'll be a Mercedes.
We have a yellow flag.
Winky on his outlap as well in the Merc. It's a debut for Winky, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Good luck to you, mate, if you're listening. Hope it goes well for you.
Yeah, good luck,
I know
buddy.
you're a good driver, so to kick some ass tonight and do your best. Enjoy it. Liverpool fan is next on a lap now, just about to go through 130R.
Flat out to do there.
Very nice.
Modern day F1 cars, easy.
Oh, bit of a... Let me guess, back in your day you wouldn't be able to do that, no? Mr. Gray?
Back in my day, you cheeky young man. Back in
Not a
my day, I
chance.
might have to lift there.
And
But the
Spectres.
downforce on these modern F1 cars, that's an easy flat out.
Indeed. Spectre with the validation. Jack DNF, the other Red Bull, is keeping it clean as he comes across the line and posts a 127.9. Oh, Simster, 127.6. Where'd that come from? Wow, great lap. Well done to you, sir.
Yeah,
Very nicely
snuck
done.
on the radar with that lap.
Yeah. Vintage. It's all about hooking up a lap here, especially in qualifying one. If you want to get a time on the board, and if you need to go up to improve, you can either decide to do it on a scrubbed up set, or if you want to risk using an extra pair, that's fine. Craigie 143.0 previously posted, and Vintage 130. Winky 129.6. Reasonable time there. P6 for the moment.
First lap for Winky. 6 mag top there. For the 127.4.
The Renault boys, they've clearly been working on the car for this track. Spectres letting people pass. Okay, wonder what was going on there. Craig is on his second lap now, 14 seconds down as you would expect. Looks like
Yes, I don't think that'll be good enough to go through.
2 lap old softs, 1:28.2. Reasonable time, very reasonable, especially for tyres that have previously ran laps on them. Oh, that's a Renault with the yellow. Okay, I couldn't tell what that was happening there. Just yielding, I'm going to assume, for the faster car coming by. The tang of a lemon. All zesty time. 28.6. That sounded better in my head. I won't say that again.
I think the Renault's on low fuel mode and getting out of the way.
Yes. I thought so. Spectres, he dives into the pits. Vintage probably just going to go into the pits here. Yep, ERS is off. Who's next? That'd be the Renault. So it looks like Shane will be the next one to start his lap. So I'm going to go on board with him now. Let's see how he does. This was the guy that was in the commentary booth with me last week when we were at good question. Where was we?
I think it was Bahrain last week, was it?
Bahrain short,
Bahrain.
yeah, that's correct.
Short.
That's why I couldn't remember if it was the short or the normal track. Here we go, going through the S's, hooks that up nicely. Ooh, maybe a bit, not, okay. I'm not sure if he lagged there, but it looked like he slowed down, but maybe not. Keeps the pace nicely through the S's. Just coming into this race, the current provisional pole sitter for Q1 is 6 mag. He's currently top of the drivers' standings by 61 points clear. A Liverpool fan in P2, doing an absolute job there with 158 points for the Renault team. And then behind him are the 2 Ferraris of Sadistic King in P3, Liverpool fan in P2. Crew P4, Clement in 5th. Big Knockos is in 6th, PLR in 7th, Folksy in 8th, TKD 9th, and Spectres is P10. I mean, pretty much from 6 mag down to crew, I want to say. Well, 6 mag's pretty much clear. He's still clear even if he doesn't win this race. He can come pretty much anywhere he likes, and he will still remain top. But between P2 and I'd say P7 or P8, there's still a big battle. There's only actually 13 point difference between P7 and P2. So that'll be interesting to look out for there. I look forward to seeing hopefully a big battle today. That'd be nice.
Monsters, he's snuck in there in P6 with a 128.3.
28.3.
That's
Yeah,
a
sorry
decent
about
lap.
that. I was on board with Shane, but it looks like he did invalidate his time while I was just
Yeah.
looking for that. So we go on board with Owen now. He's just a bit further up the track. Where's that Folksy as well? He's going to be on the hot lap. Yes, he is. So we're going on board with him. Yeah, very nice time there from Monster. Actually, 28.3. Where's the other crew? Is yet to put in a lap. The other AlphaTauri. So
Who's in the pit, just coming out of the pits on the looks of it.
I'm going to
Or is
make
he just coming in? He's just
I
coming
think
into the pits.
he might, yeah, just be in. Spidey's still in the pits. I'm not sure if he's going to wait till late, very late, or whether he's just going to start from P17 at the back. He likes to do that. No very slight improvement, 3 thousandths there for Folksy, but it's not going to move him up the board. Owen with a 27.8 P3 with that lap, very nicely done. Shane coming through now with a 127.8. Weren't far off, 127.3, good guess, but that puts him on provisional pole now, on 2 lap holes softs as well, very nicely done.
There's an Alpha who's spun
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
on track. Unfortunately, I can't see what name it is.
It's always the way. Sadistic is
In
about
the
to go
S's.
finish the 3rd sector now, so we'll sit on board with him for the lap, see how he does here. Winky says good luck to everyone. Good luck to yourself too, Winky. Hopefully you put on a good showing for yourself. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and say what that says.
Hello to our followers in Mexico.
Yeah. Hola, Mexico. Amigos. Reportando podcast desde. Yeah, I got up to that, and then the other word, I didn't want to like try and say it and completely ruin it. Guadalajara, Mexico. So if...
Boys.
Hola.
Good to see people tuning in from all around the world.
Indeed is. No offence intended, of course, but I didn't want to completely rip apart your language because I obviously do not know it because I'm stupid. But welcome, I hope you enjoyed the race. Looks like it's going to be an exciting one. Sim's probably backing out of that lap, isn't he? Although he's still got ERS on, so he's going to pit. Fair enough. Sadistic, invalidated. He's going to let True through on his out lap.
Yeah.
So looks like Crew will be the
Sadistic
first
Crew
one.
and Spidey are all about to start the lap.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to stand by with Crew because he hasn't actually posted a time yet, and he's ahead of. He's the first one that's going to be starting who hasn't had time submitted to the board
Sadistic
yet.
is pitted.
Okay. Bold move. He needs to pit and get out very quickly.
He does.
If he doesn't want to start near the back. There will be 15 drivers, I believe, going through to Q2. So I did say, it's all about... Oh, Spidey is out. So that's good to see. It's all about putting a time on the board in Q1. So let's see if these 4 boys are able to do that. Oh, that was close. Good recovery there. Yellow flag for pretty much the whole track. I'm not sure what that's for, but green now, that's good. Get ready to see safety car then, in qualifying. Full yellow. Full yellow circuit. Winky's retired. Oh, is that a crash? Yes, it is. That's unfortunate. Ooh, that's not good. He's in the danger zone, being in P15. Yeah, that is unfortunate. That all it takes is 3 of the drivers. There we go. Crew sets at 28.4, so he's safe for now. Spidey,
I think Spidey's on a lap.
26.9. Wow, the first one to hit the 26s. Very nice lap.
Yeah.
So now it's all up to see a Spectre. All that Spectre and Sadistic need to do now is get a lap that's better than a 1:31, and they're through. at the moment, because it looks like Natta might be staying in the pits. So we'll see how that unfolds.
I think he's just come out the pits. Has Binati Nata.
Yes, Coconut's just said, I think he said something along the lines of reporting in from Guadalajara in Mexico. Oh, I got it that time. I got it. So yeah.
Thanks for the translation there.
Yeah, cheers for that. Good evening, Julio says, oh, very nice to have you here, my friend. Liverpool fan did improve his time there, puts him up to P9 as he yields out of the way for Spectriv. He needs to get a lap on the board.
Monster about to finish a lap.
I know I'm not necessarily... Wowcher. Folksy almost getting torn to shreds there by the incoming rocket of Spectriv.
That was very close indeed.
Jack DNF retired, yep, comfortable P6 for him. That could have been bad. That could have really ended badly. I think trying to get back onto the racing line there would be ambition exceeding adhesion from him. But you can see the track evolution as Spidey decided to stay out stay in the pits longer, and he come out and got the fastest lap. So
yeah, one lap when the tracks were in a bit more.
Yeah, exactly that. Q1, and he's just gone and probably done a time that I couldn't do in Q57. So fair play to him. Spectre with a 1:27.9, P6, respectable. Sadistic is on a lap also now. For now, the Mercedes of Binati is out. However, he is on a lap behind Sadistic. So let's see if he's going to knock his other Mercedes teammate out, as obviously Winky will not have time to react, and he's retired his car. Just looking in the chat there, Winky, I know you're annoyed with yourself, mate, but you've got a long race to come yet. Qualifying's half of it, and the race is a whole other ball game, so you'll be able to make up for it there.
Yeah, anything can happen in a race, mate. Stay in there.
Exactly that, exactly that. Yeah, a few people retiring now, realising that they're safe. Let's see, Sadistic King gets a 1:28.0, and that is both the Mercedes out for now. Let's see if Binati can improve. He's up 6/10, but that won't be enough.
ILR vintage is on the bubble here.
1:30.2. That doesn't look good, does it, for the Mercedes boys?
Two Mercedes could be at the back of the grid.
Folks, he's just coming in to end his lap. He doesn't actually need to improve here. He's through, but maybe it's just for his self-confidence, knowing he'll go through to a Q2 with a quicker lap than a 1:28. We'll find out shortly. It's a 1:28.14, just down on his time. The next person to cross is Vintage, who's in the danger zone, and he gets a 1:35.2. I
think he backed off knowing he was safe to go through, is he not?
Possibly, it depends. Has been that no, he's turned his, yep, it looks like, wow, both the Mercedes cars are out. Oh, I would not want to be going back to that garage.
Never thought I'd hear before.
I can already
Toto
hear.
will not be happy with this.
Yeah, I think, what's that? I think we've got Toto talking to the FIA at the moment, because his boys aren't out of Q1. Unbelievable. They really are causing an uproar in the garage. But as we said just a moment ago, for the Mercedes boys, the race is a long, it's a long time that you have to make up for that. So Winky's car will of course be repaired in time, unlike that of Charles Leclerc, which was unfortunate for him. You know, these things happen.
Very unfortunate for that guy. He'll never get a break at Monaco.
to be fair to him, I think he has got the hardest home Grand Prix circuit to his name, so, you know, it's not an easy one to call your home, but, I mean, it's a gorgeous place to call your home, so, swings and roundabouts. Vintage with a 28.6, 6/10 up on his time. Just not able to move himself up the board, unfortunately. Crew, yeah, looks like he backs out of that, saying his tyres. Yes, he does indeed. And that is Q1 Finn. Well, we've already seen Spidey drop into the 26s, the first one and the only one to do that so far, but I'm not going to lie to you, I was expecting to see maybe 26s come the end of Q2, beginning of Q3, so...
Maybe a few more will turn the engine up.
Ah, there we go, the two Irish lads topping out the two top. There we see Spidey followed by Shane, 6 Max P3, Folksy P4, Simpstuff in 5th, Owen in 6th, Spectrum in 7th, Jack DNF in 8th, Sadistic and Craigie, the Scottish lads in P9 and 10, 11, 12 and 13th Liverpool Waterstone Crew. Both Half Toweries together, Lemony P14 in the Williams, Vintage in the McLaren P15, unfortunately saying goodbye to Winky and B Natty Natter, the two Merc boys for this session for the moment. But they'll return in the race, and I'm sure they'll be wanting some revenge. That'll be interesting to see how these lads can pick it up in the race. That's unfortunate for them lads, but I'm sure they'll make up for it. Shane saying there, traffic causing issues in Q1. Yeah, it was, you know, everyone was in, then everyone was out. It's like the hokey cokey at some points. You know, it's all over the shop, but these things happen, so hopefully you can find yourself more space coming into Q2. We'll find out very, very shortly. Let's see what tyres are going on. We have a few on the mediums at the moment. Very nice.
Q2 is now where the leading drivers will start to think of the race.
Indeed they will.
And try and get through on those medium tyres. Give them more options strategy-wise.
Who's that up first? Jack DNF, by the looks of it. Yep.
Yep. Jack DNF has won the race to be first out.
There we go. Both the Red Bull lads are out early. Very interesting to see.
Get a lap on the board. Get a banker.
Indeed, especially Spectrum on the mediums and Jack DNF on the soft. That seems to be a recurring theme here. I'm not sure whether it's team orders, whether they're communicating, but they always try to go on separate strategies, which is, I mean, if you can get good quality positions, it's definitely good for you and the team. But sometimes, you know, if you can get maybe a Perez situation where one of you both start on the same tyres, but one of you can nurse them for a lap or two more, that can also help. But I think this is a safe option, going for two different strategy options there.
Does avoid any confusion at pit stops.
Yeah, and it keeps...
no double stacking issues.
Exactly that. And, you know, it keeps it all open if there's an early safety car. One of them still has track position while the other pits for the tyres, so...
No one wants a Mercedes pit stop, do they?
Well, yeah, hopefully they can replace all four wheels tonight.
Of the right wheels.
Yeah. If not, whoever's in the second car of Mercedes, I hope you're ready to get out and change your wheels yourself, mate, because you're going to need it, probably. That wheel gun is just not strong enough. But I did actually see on their Instagram earlier, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but there was a video of Tom Holland, is it, the Spider-Man actor?
Oh, yes.
He actually dropped... Oh, that's a Jack DNF retirement. He had DNF'd out of Q2. Is that retirement? No, it's not. It looked like his wheel fell off.
No, he's still on.
How's he got away with that? His wheel was half hanging off and then he screwed it back on with the wheel gun that wouldn't work. Unbelievable. But yeah, there was a video. It's actually Tom Holland picked up the tyre, dropped it on the floor. You heard a clunk, and believe it or not, that was a tyre that actually wouldn't come off.
I've seen that.
So Spider-Man is well,
he's going to get the bill for that.
Yeah, certainly.
All crew running wide in the S's into the gravel.
I went on to...
Sorry, Craigie, my apologies. Craigie running wide in the Alpha Romeo.
Spectre is still completing his lap. Now Jack DNF, is he just gonna? I'm gonna assume he has a bit of wing damage, so he's gonna want to come in. I wonder if he's gonna go out on those. Well, we're a couple of different spectrums. Wonder if he's gonna go back out on those soft tyres to try and set a lap.
Oh, we got a yellow flag at Spoon.
As I found out Monday, you know, you can go out on a scrub set of tyres and still get away with it in Q2 if they're soft, because, you know, there's a lot of people trying to run for mediums. I realised that unfortunately I didn't have the pace on the mediums, so scrap that for the soft, as he puts in a 28.1 on those compound. But yes, I scrapped them for the softs, and it worked in the end, even though they were a bit scrubbed up. 28.4 for Liverpool fan. And Simster Pitts. Is that Craigie? Yes it is. Invalidation, I'm going to assume, as he starts his lap now. So we'll go on board with Owen. Furthest up track for the moment. Just looking at Owen, there doesn't seem to be any wheel slip at all at the moment. Nothing at all. It just seems to be like his car, for now, is on the rails. You right there, lad?
Spidey goes across the line with a 127.7
Very nice.
on the mediums. Very nice lap.
Very good, very good. Let's see what Owen can do, see if he can contest that. As we're in Japan, he's going fast, he's on rails, you might as well call him a high-speed bullet train as he comes across the line with a 120. 8.7 P4. I didn't expect
Pause
to have
for a
that much
dramatic
of a
effect
gap.
there.
Yeah, I didn't expect that much of a pause. Crew 130.2. The first one to not be able to hit the 20s, but that's okay. That's not a problem for him.
You'll definitely have time for a second run on the soft tyres, faster compound.
Get a new set of boots on that car and get back out. 128.4 on the softs for Craigie, 2 lap old. I think he'll be running a bit quicker than that, but not bad for a banker time. Lemoire. Let's quickly hop on board with Crew, see if he's continuing. Looks like he is, because he's on the medium, yep. And what about him? No, he's backed out. He's invalidated anyway. Spidey looks like he's slowing down. Yeah, just best check. And Shane is still in his outlap anyway. So Crew will be the first to cross the line again with another competitive time. Hopefully it'll be quicker than the 130.2 he's already set. I'm sure he'll want quicker than that. You know, I know these AlphaTauri boys get on like a house on fire. I'm not sure why that's a saying, by the way, because if I was a house on fire, I would not get on with it. But, you know, oh, there we go, 127.5, fantastic lap. As I was about to say for Monster, you know, your teammate is your biggest rival, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can compete with, I mean, that lap is very quick on the medium tyre.
Monster coming into 130R now.
Lemony with a 128.2 on the softs. On board with Monster here. Excuse me. It's going to be a 129.0, which is a respectable time on the mediums. You know, he can go again, which it looks like he's going to. So that's good to see. 6 man's in the pits. Craigie's coming into the pits, and looks like Shane is on the lap. Yes, he is. Let's see, can he top the charts? Oh,
He does
wow.
indeed.
What a lap, what a lap. Very nicely done.
Fantastic lap there from Shane.
Simpson next. You sounded half like Jeff then. That's a fantastic lap, well done. But you didn't finish it. I don't know if that's a compliment, because he does get on a lot of people's nerves. Take it as you wish. That's a 28.0. reasonable on the medium
Into
compound.
fourth.
Jack DNF gets a 1:28.0. Not an half bad. Oh, Moz with a little Schminala and the Alpha Tauri. I'm sure it's Italian
Was that a loss of a front wing as well?
And that's what I'm trying to think. Yes, it is. Oh, that's going to be a struggle through
Yes.
130R. Oi, oi, oi. Oh.
Front wing completely gone there.
To be fair, he held that hot. He held that better than I thought. That is, yeah, without a wing, that's not fun. Eliminate. And yeah, he's going to be on an in-lap here. Let's see what is Shane doing. I'm going to assume he's coming in with a lap like that because, yeah, he should be comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Jack DNF on a lap now. A second down according to this. I'm going to assume he's coming into the pits. That is, ERS is 0.
This qualifying session is very competitive. 4th place down to 9th, separated by 4/10.
Yeah, it's a... I was just looking at it, it's quite a mix.
Fantastic level of racing.
I mean, top 3 as well. You know, 2/10. They're all hitting the 127s with just 2/10 between them. That's also impressive. So between the top 3 and then between 4th and 9th, I think it really could still, you know, get reshuffled. Simster in that Renault really looks like he's got a Daniel Ricciardo helmet on or something there. Really does. I know what helmet it is now, actually, I think, looking at it, but...
Trying to be the honey badger.
Indeed. Who wouldn't want to be the honey badger? Well, I know I wouldn't, not a McLaren anyway. Blind me, getting lapped by your teammate. How tragic is that? I bet that hurt.
That did hurt. That must have hurt.
I mean, when I get lapped by my teammate in this, I want to cry. He must have been fuming with himself, but, you know, it's a new car for him, so I wish him the best, and I'm sure, you know, Renault took him a year to get used to that almost, and once he got to grips with it, I'm sure he'd be a great teammate for Lando Norris if he can keep it up as well. He's doing great himself. McLaren very lucky to grab another contract deal off him there, I think. Very, very lucky.
Yeah, fantastic deal for Lando, fantastic for McLaren. Their car seems to be getting better and better.
It does. It really does, but I think, you know, everyone can agree we're all going to miss a Golf livery from now on. Craigie invalidated like that.
Yes.
And you can tell I've put on my sad voice, because unfortunately we are talking about the Golf livery and it makes me very sad, so, yeah.
Just looking, Jack, we've got 6mag just gone through Spoon. If he doesn't get a lap this time, he's going to be pushing it to get a second run, so it's all or nothing now.
Certainly is. And, you know, he's, as I said earlier, he's a title contender at the moment. The title is currently P1. You know, needs to defend that. Although he does have room for error. Doesn't matter if you have the room for it or not. You do not want to be making any
nice and tidy
errors.
for the chicane.
28.0. That's respectable there. P5 at the moment. Of course, it's P10 that goes through to Q3. So Liverpool's in the danger zone. That's why they're putting on the soft tyres there, as you can see. Vintage will be next. Invalidation. No, you won't. Interessante. That'll be Craigie next then. Invalidation. No, it won't. Spectriv. Whee! But you're 2/10 down. Got there in the end. Let's see what statistics doing. I think it's going to be hard to gauge at the end of this session, you know, who to put bets on for pole position, because if it remains this tight, it's definitely going to be an entertaining qualifying, let alone the race we have coming up afterwards. I assure you, you do not want to miss it. Here we go. Very nice.
Who can handle the pressure? Who can hook up that one lap?
Under pressure.
Who's the wily old fox of the group?
There we go. Oh, Simstar and Sadistic with the exact same time on the medium compound.
Wow.
Bravo.
You might be a fantastic tight grid, but they're only 4/10 from being knocked out. Well, Liverpool fan is only 4/10 away in 11th.
Indeed, it is. It is
Absolutely
ridiculous.
Great, phenomenal.
Absolutely phenomenal. I cannot believe it. Wonder if any of the lads will be going go squeeze in the last minute or two of this qualifying session.
Any smooth operators out there?
Indeed. You know, going through those S's, you're going side to side, up and down, a bit like a roller coaster. Might as well start doing karaoke in a minute for the lads. Shane retires. Yeah, I think that's, you know, if I was in his position, I'd probably retire too at that time. So,
Vintage with a 129.9
I mean, he's about to start
to
his
finish
lap,
there.
which this lap means a lot to him. Then we have Lemony just behind in P9. He's not safe. I believe it's Mortster just behind them in P13. You know, none of these guys are safe. Like you said, I think it's only really the top three that are, maybe top 3 that are safe. Like you say, 4 to 9. I mean, look, it's 2/10 now. It's ridiculous. Absolutely crazy. In fact, this qualifying grid is almost as close as this Europa League game. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for nothing. You can have that for nothing. Next time it's £2.50. So don't make me say it again. For the beans tonight.
Oh dear, whatever you had, Jack, can I have some?
No, sorry, all for me. Invalidation from Owen. No, that's not good. He's got to try and save the tyres now and go again.
Will he have time to get around 40 seconds?
Over and over. You'd like to think so, and for his sake I surely hope so, but we're now on board with a lemony tang. Don't like lemons, to be honest. A bit too tangy, in fact. Even in my drinks, you know, give me a Coca-Cola, I don't want lemon in it. Why would I want that for? I barely want a straw in the cup, I don't want ice. Just give me the drink. I've asked for the drink, I haven't asked for anything else. So, you know, give me the drink, take 50p off it, we have a deal. But they want to add ice, lemon, straw. You know, I mean, I'm not made of money, but Lemony 2 seconds down this time, so he's going to have to go again. 8 sec. He's not going to have time.
And touch and go for Owen. Touch and go for Owen, will he make
Let's
it?
see what Mort's is doing. Just about to come into the chicane of the Sector 3's final sector. Oh, this is going to be so tight.
Owen has just made it.
As if he made it. Wow. Mort's with a
With about a second to
27.9.
spare.
What a lap from Mort's, dropping into the 27s.
Oh,
really
wow.
pulled that one out when he needed it.
He drove the wheels off
Fantastic.
that thing.
He
What a
certainly did. You think Hamilton finishing on 3 was as impressive? Well, how about that? 0 wheels.
Oh, here come all the soft runners now.
Yes, here we go. Jack DNF. Wow. Oi, oi, oi. Liverpool fan 127.4. Jack DNF 127.1. We're getting closer and closer to that 26 mark. I look forward
I
to
have those
Q3.
people who retired are safe.
Now Spectrive's on the edge. 6mag, our leader, is on the edge, but there's only one more runner to win, so 6mag is now clear. It's now Spectrive. He will be bricking it at the moment. He's going to be hoping for some sort of miracle here. Owen on the soft should beat the medium runner Spectrive. Yeah, I was right.
And he's 7/10 up on his previous time.
This looks good.
Oh.
It's going to be tight there. Looks good for him. Final sector. Absolutely nails that. Absolutely nails it. And he goes through the final corner and he's going to set a 28 top. I think that was too slow. 1/10 down. It is.
11th. Oh my word.
How about that? That's a cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it?
Oh my word.
Wow. He's a day late and $1 short with that one, unfortunately. Jack DNF tops it with a 127.1. Absolutely blitzing that lap. Excited to see what he can do in Q3, the Welsh lad. Liverpool fan P2, P3 Shane, Crewman 4, 5th Spidey, Monster, P6 with a really pretty sensational lap, really. Pulled out of nowhere into the 27s. Very nicely done. 28.014 for both Sadistic and Sinster. 6mag P9 and Spectre just getting through by the skin of his teeth. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Owen, Lemony, Craigie, Vintage and Folksy going into the next and final qualifying session.
Although those guys might be leaving us, they'll have the advantage of choosing whatever tyre they want to start the race.
Indeed, Owen is on strategic pole.
So it's not all over, guys.
It's not over until the
So go on then, Jack. Who's your tip to get poled then?
I mean, after that performance, I want to say I feel like 6mag's holding back so much that he's almost going to come and shock us. But I don't know.
You know what, I was actually thinking the same thing.
I think, yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be very tight. It's probably going to be just a few tenths in it, but I think I'm going to have to go for 6mag. He's just holding back too much. I know he's so much quicker than what he's shown. So, I'm excited to see what he can really pull out the bag here when he needs to.
After seeing that qualifying session, it's going to be too close to call, I think.
It is indeed. And I mean, I think we're going to be looking at 26 5s, 26 7s. I think these guys can drop into the 26s when they really need to. I mean, we got a 27-1, I believe, there, wasn't it, from Jack DNF, which, as I say, I didn't expect to get into the 27s until then, or maybe even qualifying 3, so I was shocked to see that.
And we've got to see Spidey, Shane and Crew on the softs yet.
Jack DNF is not letting Simpson go. Does he think he's quicker and therefore wants to get past, or is he hoping for a slipstream? I mean, that's going to really hurt him going through that S section in Sector 1 if he stays this close to him. And it's going to eat up his tyres as well.
Will a slipstream down the main straight and overtake him into turn 1 benefit?
Not sure. I mean, they're both going to be on hot laps, so it's a very, very dangerous manoeuvre.
You don't want to be too close going through those S's.
Yeah, that's really going to affect him. It looks like he's dropped back slightly, but...
And following a car closely through the S's make it handle like a shopping cart. It'd be impossible to control.
It will be like wrestling with an octopus.
What do you do in your spare time, Jack?
In my spare time, well, I have a lot of it. In my spare time, I play this game.
If you like wrestling with octopuses.
Play football, and I do like going for a little dive here and there, and you know, when they come up to me, I'm not afraid to, you know, swing. If you start a fight with me, I will retaliate. Self-defense. It's a law. Well, I'm not sure it's a law.
Dear, Jack, you do crack me up sometimes, Jack.
Jack DNF, there we go. That's a invalidation, unfortunately. And it's crazy, I thought he had DNF, didn't I, when his first lap, hitting the wall, and he comes out and does that. Wow, what a way to prove me wrong. I tip my hats to you, madam. See what the lads are able to pull out the bag here. Let's see how he does. Go through spoon. Nicely done. Coming up here to 130. Oh, you really want to hug the apex like it's your favourite granny. But let's see how he does it. Give her a nice hug. Oh, beautifully done. Beautifully done. That was affectionate, that was. Going into the chicane now. Slip and sliding through there. Very nicely done. Hitting the apex nicely. Kissing against that. Holds it tight. That's a 127.8. And just goes into low fuel. Wowie. Is that Shane? Yep, 126.8. Wow, a second clear so far as Simster.
Wow.
But I think Simster can improve on that, so that'll be interesting to look at. Next we have, is that Spectriv? Yes it is. Sector 3.
In the chicane, nicely done there.
Holding the tyre. Oh, he goes a little bit wider.
Slightly wider line.
27.8. If he held that tighter, you might have gained a couple, maybe not a second, but you know, might gain him a little bit of time.
Yeah, that's a good line for the race, so you don't scrub anything off your tyres.
Yeah.
But in qualifying, you want to minimise that distance.
Monster here. Going down the back straight now. Very nicely done there. Very nicely done.
Ooh, on the grass there.
Very nicely done. Kissing both curbs.
Spot on through there. Oh, a bit wide. A bit deep in that braking zone.
Yeah, just going a bit deep into that corner, unfortunately. But still managed to keep it on the track. 28.4. He knows he can do better than that, so he'll be probably wanting to improve that time rather soon. Shane, 26.8. Blind me. Good lap time from him. I think he'll be happy with that. Let's see if Spidey or Crew, 6mag, Jack DNF again. See if any of these lads can contest that. Spidey in this final sector now. Through the chicane. Can he give his other Irishman a run for his money? Yes, he can. 26.5.
Time sheets. Wow.
And that's exactly what time I was having a pop at us having, you know, the 26.5s, so looked like I hit the nail right on the head there.
You were spot on with your guess there.
Let's see what Sadistic can do as he starts his lap. We'll hop on board with crew just while he quickly goes through the final sector. And doesn't hold it tight. He gets a 27.7.
Going for the wider
Still
line.
P3. I mean, that's not bad, but you know, as we've been saying, I think you can reduce the time very slightly if you just hug it just a little bit more. But of course, sometimes it's better to go with the line you're comfortable with than the line that is best, or respected as the best line. Of course, every driver has their preferred line, so Sadistic, nicely done at the hairpin there. Stable rear end, very nice, not too bouncy. He's able to power it out nicely through that hairpin. Down to spoons now.
6 mags crossed the line there. 127.3.
27.3.
So a bit off the pace.
Time. But yeah, 8/10 off provisional P1 and 5/10 off provisional P2 at the moment. So I wonder how he feels about that. Sadistic going through the third sector here. Very nicely done for the Scottish lad as he about to cross the line. 27.6 P4.
A very good time there.
Jack DNF is brought to spoons now. I believe he's put on a fresh set of boots, so this isn't the one that he actually invalidated with, these softs. So let's see if he has the pace here. He comes to the sector 2 time at a 110. Is what you're looking for, 110.7 maybe. 110.5, very nicely done there. Let's see what he's able to do for his third sector. Oh, a bit of a lock up, that's fine though. Very nicely done, little short shift. Holds it in the middle of the track. That's a 27.1, respectable. Once again, I think he knows he can improve on that. Maybe these are just bankers, because we have seen these drivers go a lot quicker before. Sadistic's going again on these tyres, but he's 3.5 tenths up on his time. So probably not a competitive time right now. He might just be getting back to the pits as quick as possible, knowing that he's only got a few minutes time between.
Just enough time now to get in.
Oh, low fuel.
Fresh set of tyres on.
That's going to hurt him.
Track fully rubbered in now. They've been running their laps.
Certainly his track evolution is at its peak right now. Well, I say it at its peak. When he gets back out, it will certainly be at its peak. It's just getting there at the moment. Just getting there. Let's see if Spidey can defend his pole position. He's still sitting in the pits. Jack DNF is probably coming in, I believe. Yep, ERS is off. Simser is on out lap, so we'll stick on board with him because he'll be the next person to put up a competitive time on the board. He's getting himself ready. He's cycling himself up. Let's see if this puts him in the mood and the head frame to get a quick lap on the board. Monster putting in a 28.4. I believe that was earlier though, wouldn't it? He hasn't gone out since then, has he?
No, still sitting in the pits.
Yeah, so he can
Lots of
improve
people
on that.
leaving it to the last minute.
Certainly are.
I hope we don't get a traffic jam.
Yeah, hopefully no traffic jam, hopefully no validations, but they're clearly waiting for the track evolution to be at its peak before setting their time lap. Clean enough there through the S's from Sims. Very nicely done. He is catching up to 6mag, his teammate. Let's just hope it doesn't jeopardise his run into the hairpin up here. Maybe give him a toe up the back straight if they've timed this right. Let's see. Ooh. Bit loosely greasy on the rear there, mate, but manages to maintain it. Oh my lord. The rail keeper just rifled it in the top corner on his penalty. What a finish. Put him up front, lads. Blimey. Oh no, there's no toe from his teammate, unfortunately. I think he'll,
That could have worked out well, actually.
yeah, that was very nicely timed, but
6 mag on his outlap.
it would appear that
Could have given him a
wasn't...
toe and then
That's what I thought the
started
plan
his
was.
fast lap.
Yeah, when I saw them both coming together, I thought maybe he'll tow him up there and then he'll get the tow along the pit straight or whatever, vice versa, however they work it out. But either way, he's going to put up a 27.6. P5 at the moment, and yeah, he's back into low fuel mode. 6 mag is starting his lap, but Spectriv will be the next one to cross the line, I believe, on his time lap. And Villarreal have won the Europa League. You've heard it here first. De Gea missed his penalty. Couldn't save a penalty, couldn't put one in the back of the net either. Keep him in goal, Man United.
Can we focus on the F1, please, Jack?
We can indeed. I'm just chuffed.
Something a bit more interesting.
I'm just chuffed that, you know, Unai has won something in his career. Because, I mean, they've had an invincible Europa League. Great run from them. Spectriv, 1:29.6. But he's going again. Yeah, I didn't think that'd be a time that would be competitive. Is that Morse just about to go on his lap now? Yes, he is. 6 mag will be the next to cross the finish line. And no one else will be going for any more laps now, as qualifying is just about done. Well, it will be by the time people cross the line. And Liverpool fan 27.5. Shane looks like he's been able to defend this lead in P1. Let's see if Shane can do anything about that.
6 mag is 5 tenths up. Is 6 mag.
Yeah, this could be a very solid lap.
Hugging the inside.
26.7, P2
And goes second.
Very nicely done. Oh, Shane has invalidated. That's unfortunate for Shane.
Oh.
Who is... Is that Crew that's the one on there? Yep, he's next across the line. Yep. 7 tenths up.
7 tenths up, wow.
So let's see, can he get P4? Provisional P4. Or even better,
Hugs the inside.
Provisional P3.
P3.
Very nicely done. Jack, no, Spectriv, sorry. That's the next one to cross the line. With a 27.6, 2 tenths improvement, but doesn't move him up the board, unfortunately, for him. Sadistic coming across the line. 27.5. Mortster coming across the line. 7 tenths down, unfortunately. 28.4. Spidey. Yep, doesn't improve, but he didn't need to. Shane invalidation, of course. Jack DNF has his ERS off. Liverpool fan ERS off. 6 mag is Finn. That is qualifying done.
That is it.
Spidey does manage to defend
his lead. What a performance from Spidey.
Very nicely done. Bruno Fernandes is crying. I think Shane will be as well after invalidating his lap there. That's unfortunate. But at least they will be crying together while separate. So, look forward to see this race.
Top effort from everyone.
Yeah,
top effort everyone there.
Very well done from everyone there. Very nice. Interesting to see how many nationalities there are in this actually. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 different nationalities in the top 10. And I believe 5 or 6 or 7 different teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 different teams, unless I'm counting wrong. But that doesn't matter because on pole we have Spidey. P2 6 mag, just falling short, so he was hiding pace somewhere, just not enough unfortunately to get pole. In P3 of Crew, P4 Shane, Jack DNF in 5th, Liverpool in 6th, Sadistic King 7th, Spectriv, Simster P8, Spectriv P9 and Morster is in P10, just slacking unfortunately in the pace there. Looks like he ran out of talent going into Q3, but we know he has the race pace to recover. So him and Crew, P3, P10 for the AlphaTauri boys. See what team orders they have. Renault, P8, P2. So it'll be interesting to see how they
It's
work
all going to make for a very interesting race, Jack.
Indeed it will. Your teammate is your biggest rival at the end of the day, but to both get into Q3, to both get in the top 10, I think it's now all about working together and getting some points for the team, and hopefully yourself as well. Wonder how turn 1's going to be, because as we know, 2 does not go into 1. So I'm excited to see.
Yes, no heroics into turn 1, got to be careful of the concertina effect.
Yes.
One person breaks in front, then the next. You don't want to lose a wing going into turn 1 on lap 1.
No. As they say, you can't win the race in turn 1, but you certainly can lose it. So let's hope no one loses it. There we go. Winky saying, being out in Q1 has its perks. Got to watch Villarreal beat Man United. Indeed you did, my friend, and so did I. Only took
Every
20
cloud
penalties.
is a silver lining, eh?
Exactly, 10 penalties each, and the Yellow Submarines are the winning Yellow Submarines. Great tune by the, is it the Beatles? We'll live in a Yellow Submarine. Good song. Well, not very good, but catchy and annoying. So let's see how we do
I'm
here.
thinking back to the racing, Jack. I think most of the drivers are going to be happy that it's dry.
Back to the racing. Oh, that's boring. Yeah, it is. I think they are going to be very happy it's dry.
Everyone's going to be happy with the dry.
The top 4 are on mediums. Then we have 2 soft runners, 5th and 6th, 7th, 9th are mediums, and 8th and 10th in the top 10 are softs. Winky and Vintage have opted for the soft tyres. The rest are in Lemony, Craigie, Folksy and B Natty have gone for the mediums. So both the Mercs go for different strategies. Both the Alfa Romeos are on the mediums. McLaren have different strategy, and same with Alpha Tauri lads. And
Very sensible splitting strategies.
Looks like pretty much a good amount of the teams have split strategies here. Whether that's on purpose or not, it's can certainly be the way to go in a race.
It is very sensible.
It is indeed. Spidey leading the formation lap here. Got to get some nice amount of heat into those tyres, as we can see here. Predicted pit stop strategy: medium to hards, medium, soft, medium. Be interesting to see what these guys opt for, especially those medium runners up top. Whether they go for the one stop or whether they want to just have blistering pace, push it to the max and try the 2 stop.
Spidey now is bunching up the pack, warming up his medium tyres. Doesn't want to be sitting on a grid too long, get them to go cold.
He did shoot off. I noticed a little bit there. He did rein it back in slightly towards the end, but you know, those mediums, you want to spend as much time as you can getting a little wear, but as much temp into those, as we know the softs are a lot easier to get heated up.
Not easy to get into the window and easy to push on.
Yes, they are. So, you know,
that's what all the soft runners are hoping for.
Yeah, come to the grid. I think we're going to have Jack DNF and Liverpool fan on Simster and Monster getting great launches towards the front. Hopefully Winky and Vintage, they'll be wanting to gain some positions as well off the start. So soft runners, what do we think? Soft, maybe extend the stint, see if there's a safety car to a hard, which sounds almost impossible to be honest. Or is it going to be a soft, medium? I think that's...
Yeah, they'll be tough, but
sensible.
Sometimes, you know, could be very sensible.
Yeah, I think soft, medium is a sensible option.
It's all whether you can gain that pit stop back, isn't it?
Exactly.
By having a one.
But is it worth, you know, those... I don't even know how long a pit stop is here, 15, 16 seconds maybe, I might be wrong, but, you know, is it worth risking that and getting really nice fresh rubber that you can push, or, you know, staying out for an extra 5 to 10 laps and losing however many time per lap there, and, you know, it all adds up.
Here we go.
Lights are out and away we go. Who gets the best launch? Looks like 6-man gets a great launch up the inside. Wow, so does Crew. It looks like Spidey really didn't concentrate on getting... Oh, that's Jack DNF's one round. Just tapping the rear right of Spidey's car there. That's unfortunate. Shane's losing a few positions as well into turn 1. Yeah, looks like Spidey really didn't get those tyres up to temp like they want to be.
No. Craigie gaining 5 places in 1 lap.
Fantastic work.
And we had the Alpha Tauri off, top to the back.
Oh, Jack DNF down 11. Oh yeah, that's right. He spun. Don't worry. Alpha Tauri off 5 places there. But as we know, we've still got a long way to go. The race
appear to all settle down now.
Well, the race is over, but it's never over during the race. I was lying to you all. The race does eventually finish. Don't worry, we're not going to be here forever. I tell a lie. And Vintage making a move on Folksy here. They did look like they were getting closer and closer on it. Oh, he's cleared him already. Blow me over backwards. As always, I'm glad I changed my word then. Sims are diving into Liverpool fan. Oh. 2 does not go into 1, gentlemen. Calm it down. Blimey. 6 Mag leads with a decent gap behind him. How are these Ferraris here? What's going on? Like, why are they both ghosted? Or is that just me looking at this?
No, they do, look.
Wait, are they being lapped? They can't be being lapped. What? They're all the way... Oh,
a Renault has spun. Is that 6 Mag? No.
Simster is off. Has he got damage? Doesn't look like it's...
No, I think he just spun and finished in the gravel.
Be helpful if it actually showed us. Oh, his tyres are certainly hot though.
His tyres are going to be really hot now, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's damage. Not even an plate missing. Very lucky.
Just about staying on track.
Ooh, he says. Famous last words. The commentator curse. Class. Leaderboard glitch here. Everybody gets mixed around.
Yep. Just wait for it to settle down before saying the winners and losers of the first few laps.
But for good measure, we know 6 Mag is still out in the lead. But Spidey is closing in ever so slightly by the looks of it.
I would say 6 Mag's managed to get out of DRS range already. So a fantastic start for 6 Mag.
According to me, he hasn't. Oh yeah, well, now he is.
My timer screen says 1.5.
Yeah, now it does. It was stuck at 0.535 or something like that for some reason. It done that glitch where it sticks, but now it's settled itself out.
You've got to love this game, haven't you?
It is class. That's why I thought he was gaining on him, but clearly I was just getting wrong readings, guys. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, 6 Mag's had a fantastic start, as you say, already out of DRS range. I mean, DRS isn't much of a factor around here anyway, but just having the comfort of knowing that you're out of DRS range is always nice to have in the back of your head. Looks like for now the big losers are Jack DNF after getting clipped there, or clipping the back of a tyre and spinning himself out almost. Mortar down 6. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm sure he can make that up. Big winners, Craigie, B Natty, and to... Oh, as he says that. Still 3 places, and Vintage 3 places as well with Owen. No, that's nonsense. Oh yeah, Owen was P11, don't worry.
Are you back with us, Jack?
I am indeed. This is why sometimes I just need to think before I speak.
I'm sorry, Shane's within DRS range of Sadistic down the main straight.
Spidey's just clawed back up to 6 Mag as well. Yeah, look, DRS just isn't much of a factor here. Especially with the amount of DRS you're about to save. Like, you know, ERS you save it up all the way through the S's, down all the way through to the hairpin. You know, you got half a lap not using it, so you're able to save up enough to defend the DRS move on the pit straight.
It just depends how much you use on the back straight before 130R.
Yeah.
These drivers have to be very clever thinking about their ERS deployment throughout the lap.
Which is why I'd just like to say if there wasn't, they should implement a DRS zone there. You're welcome. Yeah. Thank me later.
The ERS gives them a boost of about 160 horsepower. You know, that's enough to power your family car.
Good lad. Precisely that. And I'll tell you what. A family car can go at, well, it depends how hard you push it, I suppose, but imagine that. Imagine having... Imagine having a car so quick, but then you also have the power of a, you know... Not sure, I'm trying to think of a family car, but I'm not going to say brands. You can have any family car you like. Imagine that. Imagine. That's just your pace on it. Has more pace than Adama Traore. Down the wing. Especially in this season. Roasted. Right, here we go. Onto the pitch straight. Let's see if Sadistic can make use of the DRS, but I highly doubt it. Here we go, look, he's ready to pass on the passer as he opens up the letterbox. But now it happens, see, look, it just retains at 9/10, almost to a second.
I think Spidey has made a move for the lead.
Owen on Craigie. Ooh. Yes, he has indeed. Through the S's.
I think he made it at the with the DRS zone.
He must have, as I'm saying,
Just as we're saying, it's not powerful.
Yeah. Well, who listens to commentators anyway? The racers know what they're talking about. We don't. Who are we? Run out of talent, I have. How about that? Looks like there's pretty, a few, about 6/10 between most drivers. Spectre right on the gearbox of Craigie. If you gave him a screwdriver, I'm sure he could repair it.
There's a nice little train there. And Craig, we got Owen, Craigie, Spectre, Lemony,
all the way down to
Vintage.
Yeah, it's just a DRS train going to be pulling everyone along. Folks, he's still down in P15. I'm surprised he's not managed to make up. Oi, oi, oi. Spectre gets the run on Craigie as he just has a bit of rear end loss there. Oh, that's the Lemony.
And Lemony.
Oi, oi,
Lemony
oi.
into 130R. Oh
What
my
a
word.
move.
Oh, contact. Wing damage.
Oh, that's an end plate gone.
Wing damage for Craigie.
Craigie, yeah.
Oh, a bit more than a wing end plate, and he's dived in the pits.
Yep, I think he needed to there. Nicely done, nicely done. Shame.
Shame, because that was awesome racing into 130R.
Yeah, that was.
Very brave to make a move in there.
That's our first penalty dished out for the night. And that is Monster with the 3 seconds. Unfortunate for him, but I'm sure he'll be able to recover from that. Looks like Spidey's just near on pulling up DRS range at 6 mag. Almost. And yeah, there's been a lot of position changes, but it's almost for the same people, there's not a lot of 1 and 2s, it's more someone's losing a lot of position and someone else is gaining a lot. So I think it's a bit more, maybe the qualifying wasn't as representative as we thought. 4 places made by 3 different drivers, 7 places lost by Jack DNF, 6 by Monster. It's interesting to see how race pace does prevail sometimes. Not just right the gearbox with Craigie after Craigie pits. He put on fresh mediums. They hard, he's gone to the end, of course. Tyre, there we go, yep. Simpson also pitted, he's going to the end, maybe going for the undercut on Craigie. I mean, it's a bit early to go for an undercut, but if he is, then interesting play, and he's, overcut, and he's made it work due to the wing change of Craigie. So now he has got track position on a track that, as we've said, is very difficult to overtake on. No pit stop left, so if he's able to get good pace in those tyres, it's good. He could be in a very good position here. Oh, he says, those hards. Yeah, you can't really send it through the S's at first. They need to get some temperature into them because they have almost no grip when you've just brought them out.
Yeah, it takes a lap or so to warm them up properly.
That's helped Craigie really gain on him there.
Oh, Shine made a move on Liverpool fan into Spoon, but now under attack on the back straight. Liverpool are slipstreaming him into 130R.
Right, the onboard of Shane as he opens his DRS here. Here we
That
go.
rear letterbox.
Hey, wait a minute, where's the postman? This postman is not waiting any minutes. He's getting that move done right
He's
now.
stamped it, he's sending it, and he's
Ran wide.
Oh,
He's
has he
done it,
delivered?
so, yeah.
He's
No,
ran wide though.
he hasn't delivered.
Did not deliver.
Parcel delayed, sorry. Wow. I'll be ordering a refund on that, please, sir. Thank you very much. Next day delivery. Amazon will not be giving this guy the job. I'll tell you that now for nothing. Let's see if he can redeem himself here. He has lost time due to running wide there. That's unfortunate from Shane. That would have been a very nice move. Six Mag seems to just be on the edge of the DRS range there with Spidey. He's dropping in, dropping out. Shake it all about. Do the okie dokie. Hopefully he doesn't spin around. But that is what it's all about. So let's see what the crack is with that. As we go into spoons, about to go up the back straight. Simster is also all over the rear of Monster. We'll have a look at that shortly.
Monster's just made a move on him into the first turn. Those medium tyres up to temperature compared to those hards.
Very nicely done.
But now he's got to use those to try and pull away.
Six Mag has the run on Spidey here if he can get a DRS and get the slipstream. Last his lap. Very nice lap. 1:31.3. Time to get that done, but Spectrive on Owen and Lemony Sadistic lost a few places there. I'm not sure what happened. Unfortunately, we were on board with Six Mag, seeing if he can make anything happen. And we missed
Just
something.
looking for damage. Can't see any damage.
Shane is right behind Liverpool going through these S's. Looks like the softs on Liverpool are really starting to die off now. He's really struggling to get the traction through those S's, but Shane is equally, as he's getting the dirty air of that Ferrari.
Oh, what an opportunistic move.
He really pounced on that. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done there from Shane. And Monster, I'd just like to point out, has pulled out over a second. In just that little battle, he's pulled out a second on Simpson there somehow. Wow, great driving.
Shows a difference in compound speed.
And
great
that's
driving.
Owen, vintage sorry on Owen, Sadistic as well. Owen looks lost. He's got right end plate damage, and is that Jack DNF going to get the run? No. He's on the mediums, so it can't be the tyres. Maybe it's just the understeer with no, with a bit of front wing damage. Downforce is so important here through the windy track.
Yeah.
But all Sadistic runs wide, he rejoins.
Oh, Jack DNF round the outside.
And Jack DNF says, cheers.
A move Eminem would be proud of.
Wow, I think Sadistic did not mean to do that. He just, the gravel, he lost traction. It just veered him back onto the track. Lucky to recover that. And, yeah, the opportunistic mindset of Jack DNF said, I'll have that, cheers.
Jack taking full advantage there.
And he pits off those
And now pits.
I mean, I think they were a key couple of places to make before the pit. Owen goes in. I'm going to assume a wing change and maybe hards.
Yes, it appeared he was losing too much time with that wing damage.
Both putting on the hard compounds.
Both
Jack
on the hard
and Owen there.
tyres.
And Monster, let's see, he should gain the place on Owen. Hopefully get the jump on him. He's yet to pit, unfortunately, but getting in front of him is still important on track. Owen, yep, there we go. Sees him fly past him with Simpster. Craigie doesn't look like he's going to be so lucky. No, he is not. But the pit window now for the medium is open. So it'll be interesting to see who goes in first, who tries to get the undercut, who tries to go longer, and see how these guys that pitted a little earlier on those hards, it looks like they both went for the undercut. And Jack DNF managed to make those softs last, soft to hard. So, well done to him there, fair play. Same as Vintage and Spectrive. Vintage and Liverpool fan. Oh, Craigie. Through the S's there, those hards, he's just... Oh, almost. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be giving those hards a kiss goodnight later. Winky, just round the outside there of Craigie was trying to recover, very nicely done. Shane fastest lap, 1:30.8. So let's go back up to the lead group now. Spectrive on Liverpool fan. Liverpool fan dives into the pits.
For hard.
That answers my question. I was about to say which one of the front runners is going to dive in first and pull the trigger. The fan.
Vintage carrying on there. The only soft runner left. Vintage, the only soft runner left out on track. Is he going to extend this to go down to mediums? Have the more pace advantage. He must be losing so much time though. on that
He's
one rubber.
definitely hemorrhaging time here, and you know, can he defend with those? I mean, he's going to have the defence of a poppadom against a bowling ball when people start coming up behind him. He's going to have absolutely no chance. But we'll let his racing speak, shall we? He's still got a somewhat decent gap to the runner behind him on Sadistic, who also has to pit, and then he's got about a 15-second, well, 14.5-second gap to Liverpool fan, who's just pitted. So he's within his pit window. So Liverpool fan will get the undercut on the Vintage. Let's see how these boys up front, see if any of them pull the trigger now, because I mean, I think if you want to avoid the undercut, I think you will have to go in now. I don't think your tyres are going to survive one more, but they both stay out. Crew goes for another lap. Shane another lap. Spectriv, does he cut off the undercut? Yes, he does, diving into the pits.
He does.
And
Let's see if this strategy
doesn't.
pays dividends.
Spectriv and Liverpool fan are the two to keep an eye on now. See if the undercut works and see if he has done enough to cut off the undercut. Liverpool fan coming around the last corner. Looks like Spectriv is so close to being out of the pits. Liverpool fan, this is going to be tight. He just makes it. Liverpool fan, undercut, success. Very nicely done.
And his tyres are up to temperature, so he'll be speeding off in the distance.
But as we say, it's all down to the importance of can they undercut these front runners. The two at the front, the lead. Spectriv on the rear of B Natty now.
Yeah.
Vintage has gone on to another. Yeah, he's gone on to the mediums. He's going to try and make them last.
That'll be some job if he makes those last and keeps pace.
I mean, he's made soft last 12 laps.
Yeah.
As if, I mean, medium 15 doesn't sound unreasonable. It's just how much pace he's going to get out at the end of them. And as I say that, Natty goes wide. Spectriv takes advantage, even though he has a bit of real off. And Natty was that into the wall? Did he just recover?
I think he looked into the wall.
No front wing damage at the moment, luckily for him. But Vintage is now coming up at a rate of knots. Up his
and
rear.
we have 6 mag in the pits.
6 mag is pitting. We hop back on board now with Liverpool fan.
He's going to come out
30R. And 6 mag, wow, he completely cuts off that undercut and says no tar.
Yeah.
Wow. And he has a very nice margin now, Liverpool fan. But Spider-Man now, this is really key for Spider-Man's race. Can he keep the pace? Can he pit maybe? Oh, he's gone on to soft, so he's going to be wanting to pit again. Probably a soft medium or soft to the end of this race. Probably a soft, depending on how many fresh compounds he has. But I'm bored with Spidey now.
Spidey surely's got to pit this lap to, you know, cover the undercut.
Exactly,
I know it takes a while to get the hards up to temperature, but 24 seconds behind is 6 mag. That's touch and go. Touch and go to the lead of the race.
Yes, it will be. I think he might just make it out, but of course through those S's with those cold hards, 6 mag is going to make up a lot of time on those warm hards. A bit of temp in them.
6 mag will be up to temperature.
All eyes peeled. Owen, 129.8, fast lap. No, wow.
Very nice.
Medium to hard, looks like. Medium to soft, sorry. Looks like Spidey's going to try and do here. Fair enough. Looks like everyone behind him agrees with that as well. Let's see what Lemony thinks. Lemony thinks, nah. Pits, Sadistic keeps going. 6 mag right on the back of Sadistic. Back up into P5 for the moment. How many did you say a minute ago? 22 seconds he had to, 24 to
it's up at 24 at the moment, yeah, still at 24.
Yes it is. Liverpool fan and Spectriv both trump Lemony in the pits.
Yeah.
And make the undercut work. Yeah, it looks like it's settled out a bit now. It's just not so much battles on track, it's battles of efficiency of pit crew and if they can maintain the pace before they dive into the pits here. I think Crew's definitely going, well, looks like the top 4 are trying to get onto these softs, which, I mean, they're going to be rapid at the end, well, at the beginning, but, you know, come the last 4 or 5 laps, possibly, they are going to start to just slowly drop off second by second by second, and that's not going to be ideal. Look at penalties here: Spectriv, Lemony, Jack DNF, Beanatter, Winky and Owen all on 3, Simpsons on 8, and then we have Monster on 6 seconds. No retirements yet, which is nice to see.
That's fantastic racing.
Indeed. Very impressive. Oh, some fine talk there from a Quasar in the chat. Isn't Spider-Man bored of being P1 in every tier except for tier 1? I don't know, you'll have to ask him that yourself. I'm sure he'll have something to say about that.
6 Mag is up into 4th. 6 Mag has made the move on Sadistic King into 4th place down the main straight.
6 Mag is
Looks like those hard tyres are warming up now.
Indeed, I mean, it's still about 20... What's 20 now?
And a half.
Well, maybe, yeah, a bit more because of all the additions to just the seconds, but yeah, probably about 22 seconds by the looks of it there, so he's gaining very slowly. But
yeah, that little battle with Sadistic has held him up a bit.
Yes, completely agree, but that's
now
Sadistic's right.
Diesel, making the moves.
You know, that is Sadistic's right, it is for track position, as he is still to pit to go onto the soft, so
yeah,
when push comes to shove, it will be a battle for track position. Winky's pitted again onto the mediums.
Lemony Tang spun in the Yetis, up at the Dunlop curve.
Oh, that's not very good. Yeah, it looks like the drivers are just, you know, no one's in DRS at the moment actually, which is a surprise.
Yeah, I think we just need to wait for the pit strategies to all balance out a bit.
Indeed, well, by the looks of it, 6 Mag will take provisional pole when the top runners do decide to pit, but of course they're only going to come out a couple of seconds behind him on what I'm compound tyres, so you know, it's, I think it's going to be too close to call. I think it's going to be a repeat of Singapore here, and it's just going to be very, very, very close. No, it was Singapore last week, wasn't it? Sorry, it was Bahrain short the week before.
That was it?
Yes, it was Singapore. Now I've just said that. It flick the switch. Flick the switch.
Good to see you switched on tonight, Jack.
There we go. Well, I mean, got there in the end. Thought Maz 6 Mag. Still Spectriv now in the DRS range. Craigie making a move on Folksy. The Alfa Romeo boys are not playing ball tonight. They are playing
Doesn't look like there's any team order there.
Yeah, they're playing race for a position. Although Folksy is ghosted, so is he not in the session? Didn't see it say that he left, so when he did, I'm not sure when that was. Oh,
Spidey penalty.
We do know Spidey sometimes does retire, so that may not affect that anyway. But Crew in the pits as well. Sorry, Shane in the pits. Crew stays out. 6 Mag, let's see what he can do. It looks like he's going to jump the lads in the pit. Is he? It's going to be close.
Spidey and Shane both onto softs.
6 Mag. Oh, 2 into 1 doesn't go, lads. Oh.
We're heading to the scene of an accident here. He makes it.
I think Spidey done it clever there. He didn't really race it into turn 1. He knows he's got the quick tyres, so he's just...
He knows, yeah. Those soft tyres are...
Very well
but he doesn't want to take too much out of them too soon. I'm going to make him last.
Exactly. That looks like Crew might have stayed up maybe a lap too long. I mean, he's got 11 seconds, so 6 Mag will get him in the pits. So will Spidey. So will Sadistic, and it looks like so will Shane.
Yeah,
so maybe he's
he'll
got a lap
drop into
long.
about... Yeah, we'll drop in just ahead of Liverpool fan, I think.
Yes.
Who's about 23 seconds back.
Of course, Sadistic will probably pit with him, so he will be provisional P5 by looks of it. But
yeah,
I believe he was I may be wrong, but I think he was P3, so he will have lost a couple of positions by going out this extra lap.
But he's hoping the benefit of fresh, fast rubber for the end of the race will gain those positions back.
Shane is making moves on Sadistic, probably up the back straight here. Oh yes, he gets the best run. Sadistic has absolutely no chance. And he has the defence of a Poppadom against a bowling ball. Smash. And here we go. Oh, Crew's still going. Wow, he really isn't too confident on the softball looks of it. Spidey makes a move on 6 mag there into the chicane. And that is all she wrote for now.
But does 6 mag have DOS to come back at him?
He does indeed.
Yes, he does.
We've got to remember Spider-Man does have that 5 seconds penalty, as well as possible retirement. We're not sure yet. But, you know, this could all come down to penalties. If 6 mag stays close enough, I mean, he's got to try and stay within 9 laps within 5 seconds. But, of course, as the softs will start to die, the hards will come into their optimal range. So that will be an interesting time of the race. Probably about lap 23, 24 possibly. I think that's the one we're waiting for.
Yeah, while were you talking about that, I think Spectre have made it past Sadistic King. I mean, sorry, other way around. He made it past a Liverpool fan. Down the main straight.
Oh, Sadistic King. Oh, kisses the gravel. I'm not sure how he ran wide there. Just going up to Spoons. Looks like his tyres... 17 laps old. That makes sense.
His tyres have got to be dead.
His
tyres have got to be worn out.
Crew's got a puncher. Front right puncher for Crew. Oh my goodness. Crew has got a puncher and he's losing places at a rate of knots. He's going to have to pit. Yeah, he did push it out too much.
He pushed those one too far.
Yeah, just as we predicted. Looks like
wow.
Let's hope Sadistic sees that and pits himself. That is horrific to see. We never like to see punchers yet. And
yes,
Sadistic,
he's pitted.
Sadistic's got the motto. We were saying the last 3 laps. I think this might be one too much. And I mean, yeah, in the end... it killed him, but he's now on the fresh softs. Let's see what he can do. 6 mag now 2 seconds behind Spidey. And Shane
but
is
6 mag
right
has Shane for company.
Yes.
On 1 lap old softs.
Shane said, you know, you've already backed away from a soft driver. They've given you a hard time. Now it's my go.
This is potentially for the win.
It is, yeah.
If he can get past 6 mag and stay within 5 seconds of Spidey.
Crew gets on a fresh set of boots, but if you're looking at it, he's now got 9 seconds just to get to Liverpool fan in P5. Has he thrown away that podium by going that lap too long, I wonder? It'd be interesting to see. His tyres quite literally ran out of talent there. They just gave up on him.
Yeah, to make up that time, he's got to drive the wheels off that car.
He has. But not literally, because that's what he done there and it didn't go well for him. Okay, and wheel to wheel into the chicane. Ooh. Doesn't look like any contact. Very, very
he's
nice. Very nice driving from both the lads there. Keeping it clean. Very nicely done.
Round the outside. Brilliant move. Brilliant move. That's what we like to see. Like to see people send it, but also respect the other drivers.
Exactly.
Leave each other room. Keep it clean.
Monster, respectable. Remember, he dropped back to the back of the pack at the beginning of the race, back up into P11, and he only could be P10 if he catches up with Lemony on those hards. He's on the quicker tyre. And
there's a little gaggle of cars here. Simster, Monster, Lemony.
Yeah, they are all very close. Sadistic onto Jack. Oh, it looks like Sadistic might have just hit Jack DNF off the track into the gravel and he spun. Oh, I think that'll be... the stewards will be investigating that shortly. Oh, Lemony runs wide. Monster gets the move. Backs out of that as Lemony looked as though he was coming over to say, not today, boy.
Lives to fight another day. He knows he's got the tyre advantage.
Very, very well done there. Thinks better of that.
But he does push him a bit into Simsters. Simsters crazy.
Let's see if he makes a crazy lunge. Let's see if his name is a lie. Just looking at penalties. Oh, wow. Okay, Lemony has a 3-second advantage on Monster, but Monster has a 5-second advantage on Simster. So, I mean, Jack DNF isn't too far behind considering he got span. He lost, you know, a good 15 seconds, which is unfortunate, but at the end of the day,
Oh.
he's still in point positions.
We missed a penalty for Shane. Shane in second.
Oh, being that he has spun after a great start. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Oh, that is such a shame for the guy.
In the S's, those hards do not like that section of the track, I'll tell you that. But Shane putting in fastest laps, knowing he has to get that time back for what he missed. As you say, Shane gets a 3-second penalty. Six Mag has to stay within 3 seconds, but he's got to hope those softs die very soon if he's wanting to do that. Yeah, DRS train now from Lemony back to Jack DNS. Mortster looks like he's no, thinks better of it again. Just more racing etiquette there. Of course, it is more to racing than just pressing the clutch and the power and the brakes. You know, you've got to have a good head on you. And oh, Lemony, oh my, he drifts it. What a catch! Oh my goodness!
But as he opened the door, oh, bit of wheel banging.
Wheel banging. That sounds interesting.
Bit of wheel banging to shut the door on
Indeed.
Boardster
Yeah.
as they go into Degno 1.
He certainly kissed there. That's crazy with a time penalty. On those fresh softs, looks like he might be going for the fastest lap of the race here. Just like to point out there, I've just seen it, Mortzer has put on his Japanese helmet for tonight. He's put on a helmet that is completely
Lemony getting twitchy.
dedicated to the track.
Mortzer's got the running in.
He's
And
got
who has the running him into
using
130R?
all of his ERS. That family car helped him provide that overtake. How about that? And Lemone's
Oh, Lemony!
oh no!
Oh, he collects him!
Oh my goodness!
He collects him to...
Absolutely
Oh my.
crazy! Oh my goodness, Lemony!
That is so unfortunate for Simster.
Simster, no fault of his own. Let's get on board with Folksy here, see if we can find them. Oh, Mortster, 5 seconds speed in the pit lane, going for the fastest lap, taking away with his teammate, and the car disappeared. Unfortunately, Simster just collected. Oh, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, he was so unfortunate.
Oh man, he's done 27 laps, he's had a good race, and to end it like that must be painful. No fault of his own.
Safety car, safety car.
And I am not surprised by that at all, because that was a big one. Wow.
That could have been dangerous.
That could have been very
so
bad.
Unlucky.
I mean, Lemony, you know, as you say, he's wrestling there with an octopus, as we know. You know, I know how that feels, as I've told you earlier, in my spare time. And, you know, unfortunately for Simster, as he's coming back through, he just gets collected. He's a day late and $1 short, unfortunately, coming out at the end of that. And, I mean, it's so unfortunate.
Lemony looked like he got a bit squirrely coming out of Spoon and then lost all the speed down the back straight.
I mean,
and then fighting with Monster, lost the rear end. And then as he re-entered the track, well, although he didn't re-enter the track, he sort of slid back onto the track.
Yeah, I mean, he caught it well in the S's, but there he caught it and, well.
Just unfortunate.
He also caught Simster.
But, what have we got at the top?
Oh, 6 Mag Spidey has pitted for fresh softs.
Yeah.
Crew. 6 Mag's been unleashed, and he has no penalties. Shane has 3.
But he is on 9,
I believe.
9 lap old hards.
Crew and Shane have 3 penalties each. Spidey has used his 5-second penalty, although, of course, he may retire, but we'll keep him on for now.
On
He's
brand
danger.
new softs. Brand new softs to finish the race.
Brand new softs, no penalties. Crew and Shane have 3. So Spidey, if he can hold on, can easily get a podium here. P2 possibly if Spidey doesn't retire. But if he does, he could get a P1. He's just got to hold on with his tyres. 4. We'll probably have 3 laps of green racing.
I'm looking at the mini map, and it could be a while before the old grid bunches up. If anyone does make a pit stop.
And this has of course brought the Mercedes boys back into contention as well.
Yeah,
Morrison
anything can
pitted
happen
again.
now.
I'm going to assume to take away a 5-second and get fresh rubber on. Hopefully he can make up some places, get maybe the fastest lap and get an extra point to his name there.
It does look like there's quite a few drivers have done that.
Yes,
All
it
onto
does.
fresh softs.
Who's in comms tonight? You lucky bunch get to listen to myself, Jack, and Mark Grimo Goodman. Torpedo Jack and Mark Grimo Goodman in the commentary box today. So aren't you guys lucky?
You are very lucky to listen to us for the whole race.
Yeah, I think we've been quite entertaining, to be fair. You know, I mean, let's put it this way: I'd rather watch myself for an hour and a half than a movie. How about that? That's a bold statement, isn't it? I wouldn't. I'm boring, but
That is a very bold statement, that is.
Well, we said there might be a safety car this race. I don't think we expected it to be this late in this part of the race, but we wasn't wrong. I'm sure Simpster won't be as happy, but yeah, you know, these things happen in racing. Mistakes happen, and I wouldn't even say that as a mistake. That's just so unfortunate.
We could be out for another lap on this safety car. The last car's just gone through spoon.
I'm using a spoon now to eat. How about that?
Eating more working Jack.
Efficiency, my friend.
Oh, need to have a drink to get your voice back ready for this chaotic last 3 laps we're going to have.
Exactly that. I'm drained. You know, I mean, it's been so action-packed. I tried to jump on board with Folksy there to get straight to the scene of the accident, but the car disappeared just like magic. I mean, the stewards are on top form tonight, getting the car off the track within 20 seconds. Fabulous work.
Do you reckon, are they better than the Monaco stewards though? I don't think so.
I don't know. To be fair, probably not for our race because they had a lot to do and they done it quite well and quite quick. I know you don't want to hear Wet Monaco ever again in your life, but that was a race.
Never.
Wasn't it?
Never want to hear those words again.
We couldn't go flat out there, I'll tell you what. The only corner you can go full beams through was none. Literally zero.
Yeah, Wet Monaco race are not the 3 words I want to hear.
No. That was, you know, we were happy in qualifying when it was dry. As soon as the rain loaded, we knew it was raining, but as soon as we got into the race, I think, you know, we all were a bit doom and gloom. We got out the other end of it though, just about. Not many of us did, but the ones that did, it felt sweet, and I'll tell you what, that champagne tasted gorgeous. I should have lent you a glass.
Your champagne.
Yeah, I probably should have given you a glass, shouldn't I? But, you know, I'm tight, so I saved it for myself. But it's what it is.
Hopefully this will be the last lap of safety car.
Well, I was hoping 3
What's
green
gonna
laps,
happen?
but it looks like there's only going to be 2, so there'll be no DRS. So Sixpac's in a fantastic position if he can hold it.
If he can hold them off on the straight, yeah.
The only problem is under safety car that I know full well after the Zandvoort race, getting heat into those hards is not easy. Not an easy job.
No.
Especially once they're
They've
warm.
all got full battery packs now.
Indeed. Just looking at the stops here. Be Natty Natter. Oh no, don't worry. Blimey, I was going to say he's beat Blake's record. I thought he was on 10 stops then, but it said 10 laps because I was looking at tyre by accident. I was going to say,
Yeah.
Blake.
That's the record for most pit stops I've seen in a race. Is 10 at
And
Monaco.
that was that dry Monaco, wasn't it? Wet Monaco, he just
think it was.
completely ruined the car. Didn't even need to pit stop, just took the car off track completely. But Monster with the most pit stops at 4. I mean, I know he's made 2 in the last 10 laps, I believe, to get softs on, so he's clearly quite adamant to get his fastest lap in, which is all, of course, fair enough. You know, it gives you the extra points towards the championship, towards the constructors, and you know, with these fresh softs, let's see what you can make happen under the safety car. A lot of people with 2 stops, a couple with 3, and you can see there a few opted for the 1-stop medium to soft, which we were wondering if they can make it work, and we were certainly proven that, you know, it is possible.
Yeah.
Or I would like to
be attacking the 2 Mercedes, both on hards and mediums. They'd have a tyre advantage there.
I would just like to point out, I didn't even realise, but Shane behind Crew is actually on fresh softs. He pitted.
Yes, he pitted at the same time.
Sixpac's on the grass.
As Spider-Man.
Yes. Safety car.
Right, safety car is in. Warm up your tyres, boys.
Yeah, Six Mag's tyres are not going to be at the temperature he wants. I have a feeling it's... Oh, this is...
Oh, he's holding him up. He's
This could
holding
be a
it
battle
up.
of the century, I think, here.
When's he gonna go? The safety car still hasn't got out of the way.
It
Hasn't got out of the way yet.
It is difficult around here waiting for that to get out of the way because you can only apply the power now, but Spidey's going to be expecting... No, he isn't.
Oh, I think he's gone.
There's-
He's gone
yes.
now. Constantino
Mag.
at the back. Oh, we're about to start by 6 Mag.
Six Mag has managed to almost get... Wow, that's a fantastic start on those old hards, especially when
start.
there's people on the softs behind him. Let's see if he can hold. Now Spidey is right back on his rear though. He says, I'm not letting you go that easy, Sonny Jim. And he wants him. He wants him for dinner. He clearly hasn't had his grub tonight. He's hungry for blood. He wants him.
He's going to be relentless in the last few laps of this race.
I don't know the chant. That's off Finding Nemo. Great film. Here we go up to the hairpin. Almost a 3 second. That's unfortunate. As we see here.
But he has made a place already as Monster.
He has indeed. I can't actually, I haven't got any timings on my screen. Oh, that's why. I had it on none for gap. What's an idiot? Mate, seriously, this is ridiculous. I wish I was joking and acting, but I'm really not. I am just this stupid.
Shane's got to run on crew. Got to run.
Two doesn't go into one.
He's drafting there, pushing him along a bit.
Cruz used all his ERS defending him there, so he's not going to have any until the what's Spidey doing? Okay, Spidey, mate. He's going to retire in the pits.
He's retiring. Yeah.
Yep. Just getting out of people's way. Fair enough. Shane getting the run on crew. Let's see. Six Mag looks like he may be able to hold this as we go into the final lap. The last time that leaves Lau. Oh, Shane goes wide. Sadistic gets the third podium place. Unless he's done that on purpose to let people get position. I'm not sure. It looked like it was purposely done.
Well, Shane is now dropped all the way back to 14th.
15th now, yeah.
15th
like that
now.
might have been, but here we go. The last time
I don't know, he's doing a
drivers-
3-point turn.
The last time that these guys had to go through the S's there, and I bet they're happy to hear that.
6 Mag with an 8/10 lead. 8/10 of a second lead.
And the 3 seconds of penalties as well.
And their penalties.
Or is it 6 now? I believe it's 3. Yeah, 3 seconds of penalties. So 6 Mag should have this in the bag.
yeah.
Of course, if Crew eats him up, Sadistic will be on his gearbox. But 6 Mag should be okay here to go flat out and drive the wheels off that car for the last lap.
So round spoon for the final time.
Let's jump on board with the leader 6 Mag, who, as I've said, looks like will be tonight's Shane. Yeah, in the S is just like looks like he's retired. 6 Mag coming through. Let's see as he crosses the finish line. What a fantastic race from the lad 6 Mag. You know, at points we thought it might not be possible, and there we go. Sadistic gets P2 due to penalties. Oh, Liverpool that's a double Ferrari podium, and Crew misses out on the podium due to penalties. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That is so unlucky.
That safety car really hurt him there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
What a race. What an
That
end.
was fantastic.
Fantastic.
That was an awesome race. Vintage driver of the day. Fair play, buddy. Well done to yourself for that. Wow. Well, I haven't been lost for words for the last however long, but I am now. Because I can find
It's a
breather.
rare. It's very rare for you, but
I
yeah.
know.
What can you say about that?
Well, nothing. I'm lost for words. No, that was a fantastic race. That really was. I mean, from the beginning to the end. Wow.
Fantastic race from all the drivers today. Some great battles.
Fantastic. Right. Let's get these lads in the party, shall we? Do you want to invite them in?
I can give it a whirl.
6 Mag, Sadistic King, and Liverpool Fan 2020. I'll read their names out if you need me to, just let me know. So 6 Mag with 2 X's is P1. And then we have Sadistic in P2, followed by his Ferrari teammate Liverpool Fan in P3. Unfortunate for Crew that he drops out of the podium due to penalties. P4, Vintage P5, Spec Drive 6, 7th is Craigie, 8th is Owen, 9th is Jack DNF, Folks in P10, That concludes the top 10. Lemony, 11. Winky, P12. Good race for him. Points today. Well done. Natter, his teammate behind him, P13. Monster, P14. And they all get points as we do points down to P15, of course. Well done, Winky. Great racing, my friend. Good debut for you. Then we have Shane and Spidey, of course, retired. And Simster, who, through no fault of his own, unfortunately retired. I mean, we had 3 retirements today. 1 was very unfortunate, and 2 off their own accord. I'd say that's they've done very, very well there to have as clean a race as they did. Very impressed. Well done to the guys out on track, because I know it isn't, you know, especially around here, it's not easy to
Apologies, but I don't appear to have them to add into the chat.
What's that, sorry?
I don't appear to be able to add them into the chat at the moment. A few technical issues.
I can try and get it done. Unfortunately, I won't see anything on the screen, but as the race is done, there's not a lot to be seen at the moment. It's just technicalities, that's the word. Podium standers, podium makers, podium achievers themselves. There we go. How about that?
Podium finishers, whatever you want to call them.
That's the word I was
The
looking
top
for.
3.
Finishers, yeah.
The top 3.
Hopefully the top 3 lads will join, and we'll get a word from them, see how they're feeling. If not, well, then that's unfortunate, isn't it? Simple as that, really. That's an awesome race, though.
It was indeed. Very good race. Some good battles throughout the field. And lots of clean racing as well.
Yeah, there was.
Lots of
As
clean,
I say,
fair.
there was
Tough at times, but
Mhm.
still fair and respect the others.
I agree.
This is
There's a
what you
few
wanna see.
taps, few taps
what you
here and
wanna
there. But
Yeah,
as you
a few
say, you
little
want
love
to,
taps, but nothing too serious.
yeah, and as you say, you want to see that hard, push to the limits racing, tough racing. And when it goes right like it has today, it looked great. Especially, those overtake to 130 are very impressive from the lads. And yeah, the retirements were off their own back, or very unfortunate events.
Yeah. Very, very brave to overtake to 130R.
Here we go. Both the Ferrari boys have joined us. I'm
Who's
not
we got?
sure what Six Mag is, if he's going to join or not, but here,
there we go.
he is.
Here we go.
Here he is.
Thank you.
Today's winner. Six Mag. How do you feel about that? So, I mean, everyone around you that started on mediums ended up trying to extend the stint onto the softs. I'm not sure if you were watching the stream, but we were really, we were intrigued to see which strategy played out better. And if it wasn't for the last safety car, do you think you would have been able to win that, or do you think that really played into your favour there? Yeah. Yeah, exactly that. We realised it'd be 2 green flag running laps after the safety car, and we knew that if you got a good restart, which you did, you blasted off ahead of everyone else.
Fantastic
That you
restart.
were that you'd be in a very good position. Well, I mean, the closest guy to you was Crew, and unfortunately, I mean, he totally missed out on the podium due to penalties, which is very unfortunate. He was running a podium position the whole race, and yeah, while helping you, I think the safety car really messed up his race, which is unfortunate. Yes, he did. Yeah, so it was the end of his stint on the first stint on the mediums. I think he just pushed him an extra lap too much, and he got a front right puncher,
He got a
which
puncture,
really
yeah.
hurt him. And then yeah, a few laps later, you know, when the unfortunate events between Lemony and Simster happened, that's when the safety car come out, and pardon me, of course, as you say, it really worked into your hand. So, but it was nothing, of course, not taking anything away from you. It's nothing short of a great drive, and very well deserved. You stuck to your strategy, knew what you were doing, didn't panic when everyone else around you went on the quicker tyre, and stuck to your guns, and it paid off for you. So, you know, we've got to pay respect to you for that. And you extend your championship lead.
Yeah.
You look very comfortable on them. Yeah, you did look comfortable on those. If we just drop down now to P2, the first Ferrari up on the grid. I'm not sure which drivers, driver 1 and driver 2 in the Ferrari team. We know they like to argue about that a little bit, normally at Ferrari. But we'll call you number 1 for tonight, seeing as you finished
I've
a little
won more
higher.
championships, I'm number 1.
I can't swear on stream, can I?
Sorry about that. I didn't know what you said. I just took my headset off because it told me it was dying. So we're going to go, yeah, P2, you were the higher finishing Ferrari's day. You know, when the safety car come out, similar to you, do you think that helped you, you know, maintain pace with Crew, knowing that he had the knowing he had the penalty?
The safety car saved my race. I had an incident with Owen early on, and he put me into a spin, so I dropped a lot of positions, so that safety car helped. Also having no penalties as well. I was hoping 6mag would pick up a penalty in the last 2 laps, but it didn't happen, so...
I mean, to not get penalties around here is quite the achievement, because there are a lot of windy turns, and, you know, I mean, just through the S's alone, there's plenty
It's
of...
one of the easier tracks not to get a penalty, to be honest. For me, anyway.
I mean, to a certain extent it would be. It's just the last chicane, if you get a bit too happy on that, and the S's that are a bit of a can be a bit of a pain. But
I mean, I don't normally get penalties, so
you
it helps.
yeah, it really does. I mean,
A lot.
your race proved it. Yeah, as I say, Crew was pretty much in the podium position the whole race, and just 3 seconds.
What happened to Shane? Did Shane have a puncher or?
He just
pulled
one way,
off.
he was just reserving.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's reserve.
We couldn't tell if he ran deep at first, but then when he stayed off track, I realised that he was just
Yeah, it looked to me
others.
like he'd pulled over, so...
Yeah. So then we go to P3, the other Ferrari, double podium, good points for the constructors. And your championship, I believe you're second and third, and in constructors, I think that might have extended your lead. So getting P3, I don't think you had any penalties either. So how did your race go? Oh wow! So you were close.
I think the safety car helped me obviously get the P3, but I'm just always wondering what would have happened if I stayed up for track position. Like, could I have got P2, maybe even P1? Who knows?
Yeah, of course that always comes into mind, and you know, hindsight is the best thing. You know, it's wonderful, but you made the pit and you still managed to get yourself up on the podium and taste that champagne after a long race. And you know, it was, yeah, the safety car was unfortunate, and you know, we knew there'd be drama come the end, but we didn't expect that kind of drama. So that was
What actually happened? What caused the safety car?
so it was Lemony went side by side with Shane up into 130R.
I think he was battling with Monster. They had a bit of contact, possibly. He span off in 130R, and as he came back towards the track spinning, collected. Who did he
Simster.
collect? Yeah, Simster.
Completely took his wheel off with him and
Yep.
just straight away retired. So it's very unfortunate, very, very unfortunate for Simster, no fault of his own. And that was actually the only retirement of the day that wasn't, you know, the other two, Shane and
Wasn't with theirs.
Spidey. Yep, they
Yeah, I was
retired
sitting there,
themselves.
Sitting there, I think it was like 5 laps to go, and I was like, nobody's retired yet. What's going on?
Yeah. It was a very, very nice race to see, you know, as we say, Simster got very unfortunate, but to see only one person retire and then, as you say, two off their own back retire, it was nice to see the good, clean, hard, you know, racing tonight. Very good to see
Yeah,
up and down the grid.
I had a great battle with Shane on the first stint as well.
I didn't. He was all up my ass.
He was up mine and all.
I was not having any fun at all.
But yeah, it's great racing from you guys tonight. Thank you for joining the party. Congratulations to all three of you on your podium.
Congratulations, guys.
Cheers, man.
As I say,
I'm already going to
Ferrari.
do a night shift now, so.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm going to enjoy it. Oh.
As you say, as I said, Six Mag extends his drivers' championship run, but Ferrari extend their constructors' run.
I
So
need to pay Shane to meet Monza next.
it's all up for grabs now. Take care, man.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you very much,
Take
mate.
care,
Take
mate.
care. Thanks for everyone that watched. A very enjoyable race. Very good. I actually enjoyed commentating over that. It was, you know, I hardly had a moment to stop and actually breathe or whatever, but it was still very enjoyable. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Thank you very much for watching. Come back Friday for Tier 3. Of course, the track is still to be confirmed, so you'll find out once the stream is loaded up. I'll be back next Wednesday for another Tier 2 race. Thank you very much. I've been Jack. Mark's been Mark. The racers have been the racers. This stream has been the stream. You've been you. Ciao.